What's up guys, and welcome to Stories, the Path of Destinies. This is a pre-release build. This is not a completed game, but it will be coming out later this year in 2016. The developers were very nice enough to send me a preview code to show you guys. Stories, the Path of Destinies is a very awesome RPG style game where you get to choose what story you go on. There's a lot of different story paths, and your choice radically changes what happens in the game. So I'm super duper excited for this game. Why don't we play this little demo?
All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Reynardo could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Reynardo yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base, and we'll spare your life!" it cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Reynardo could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Reynardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino had sent Reynardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Reynardo could only rescue him. Reynardo dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lupino or the Sky Ripper.
And here is exactly what I mean. We get to choose. We can save our friend, who is incredibly smart from what it explains later. So we can choose him, save his life, bring him on our adventure, or we can choose what might be our ace in the hole, a Sky Ripper. Now, that's a hard choice to make. Somebody's life over something that might save many people's lives. For now, I think we're gonna be choosing to save our buddy Lupino here.
Lupino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lupino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lupino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Lupino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen the winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
All right then, so we're inside of the game, and the first thing you may notice is that it's beautiful. I love the look of this game. I love colorful things, and as I didn't say it earlier, this game's coming out both on Steam and on PlayStation 4 when it does release. It should be at some type of PAX event sometime soon, so if you are going to one of the PAX events, keep your eye out for this game. It's gonna be worth playing, but we have a chest to open. What should be inside? Ooh, thingamabobs.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Reynardo.
Alrighty then, maybe we can find out what it says.
He could craft a new sword, but what kind?
Let's find out. So it looks like we can craft new swords. It looks like we can do this. We don't have the materials for anything else, and this is a sword we currently have, so let's do a hero sword. Let's make it.
His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
Now it looks like we can also upgrade our swords. This sword is at its maximum level, and so is this one. So I'm guessing at some point we can get like little upgrades and improve them depending on the materials that we have. There's also gems. I don't believe we know what this does at the moment. Yep, we don't have any of these. So basically this game sort of kind of looks like a Zelda type game. You run around on an isometric view and you can slice around and all that kind of cool stuff. The game is beautiful. I've noticed that there's actually different, the game area is very robust. There'll be a lot of different ways to go and different things to see. And you can choose one way and not be able to go the other. So you gotta make a good choice. Let's see what this is. This is our altar. So I'm guessing when we level up, which we do have experience, we can go over there and get some cool level up perks. So like I said, it's a full-on RPG. Oh wow, this is so beautiful. I love it so much. Whoa, and we got enemies. All right, let's take care of these guys. Whoa, tearing them up, Mr. Bluebird. Nobody's gonna be taking me out today. They're not even reacting to me. We also do have a warp like that, and we can just warp right over to other people. Very cool, and then you, wait. Oh, there you go, that times 23 combo.
We're frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Reynardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the ravens caw at the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice.
And this is where I'm saying there are sort of multiple paths here. We could go to the right, left, or up. I'm gonna go right for now. Okay, there wasn't too much here, good. I'm the kind of person who wants to see all of it. You know, I wanna go right and see that tomato patch. I wanna go left and see if there's any chests, and then go forward and hopefully continue on with the level. So it can be a little daunting when there's like,
He just needed to smash something.
yeah, the announcer here will sort of narrate everything he possibly can. But I'm the kind of person who just wants to adventure like all of it. So it can be a little frustrating when I can't, but at the same time, that just gives me a reason to play through it again.
It was silent, empty. No cows lowed, no chickens clucked. It was eerie. The villagers had fled from the fleet, taking everything they could. They must have heard what the ravens did to civilians. I had a hope they'd found safety.
All right then, so we got some fruit here we can pick up for more health. All right, so these enemies actually aren't too bad right now. We're able to keep up with them pretty easily. What is over here? Looks like some type of barn. The environments are beautiful though. Oh no, there's like nobody in here. Hello.
Just agree to disagree, said Reynardo. No?
Apparently not. All right, let's take him out. We can also switch swords here. So if I want to switch to my other sword, actually, how do I do that? Oh, like that. Okay, there you go. Fire sword now. Hooah! Pretty darn awesome.
I'm a firefox, thought Reynardo.
And sometimes you get cheesy jokes like that. Not the biggest fan of that, but at the same time, it's fine. Let's see what this is.
Why would anyone put his slinky collection in a strongbox, thought Reynardo. Are they magic slinkies? Oh, there was something else.
Ooh, more than magic slinkies? I don't see how that could be a thing. All right, so we did get a level up there, I believe. We don't have any altars just yet, but let's go forward for now. I don't know what's going on here. We got, oh, another chest. I'll take this one. We could have missed this one if we weren't adventuring thoroughly enough, so glad we didn't. Whoa, this is like a president of fire essence, cool. Pretty cool then, nice. And what's over here? There's so much stuff to explore. I don't wanna miss any of it. Oh, I love the cobblestone. Very cool. All right, get these cans. They might have some more stuff. I do need some fruit to refill my health.
Good to practice your moves, thought Reynardo. Keeps you limber.
Indeed it does. So if you guys do enjoy the look of this game, make sure you let me know, because I would definitely be interested in doing some type of full gameplay once this game releases to the public and it's a full finished game. That sounds really fun to me. And we got another chest here. You might be able to see up there to the right.
Stories of a dungeon where chests were filled with potions and weapons. Fairy tales. Sometimes, all you know is what you know. You know?
Yeah, sure. He's a bit of a chatterbox if you haven't noticed. Okay, so we have our altar here. Actually, we're super close to the next level. We don't actually quite have it yet. So let's see if we can't find any more enemies. You might have saw that well over there. That'll be important because we can go down there and have like sort of like an underground adventure, or we can go through this path here and do another one.
Let you through if they think you're hot enough.
So I can go ahead and do this, boom. And then this is gonna be a completely different path from the well.
What's there? What was behind that door? Reynardo's nose told him there was treasure there. They must have forgotten it in a hurry. Surely they wouldn't mind if he helped himself to it. After all, they wouldn't even know.
All right, let's pull the lever. Now, I did go down the well in one of my playthroughs, and I actually couldn't go back. It wouldn't let me backtrack after I made my way out of the well. So how do I make this? I'm guessing I need to dash? No. Then, whoa, what is happening? I am super duper confused. What do I do? Ah, there we go. I forgot about this. If you press triangle, we have like a Zelda hookshot. There you go. And then do that one more time. Beautiful. So what do we got over here? We got a big old chest. This one's red and everything, all golden. Ooh, it has a bunch of stuff.
Jewel could really give you an edge. The wrong, well, it still looked pretty, didn't it?
All right, so we have enough stuff to probably upgrade.
After the government workbench placement program. But You could see the benefits everywhere.
All right, so we don't have quite enough to get some of these other swords. Like we need 12 wind essence here and 4 water essence, but we might have enough for this gems now. So we can equip these on our wristband, and I guess they sort of help us out. Your attacks have 10% chance of dealing double damage. So yeah, these are like little buffs. So put that one on right there, and then we'll select a gem. Like that one. There you go, that is awesome. Is that all we have? Looks like it. Not bad. Now we'll be doing a little bit better. So what is this door over here? It looks like this might not work. Oh, it did, okay, cool. I figured that since it was like a fire sword, why would it work with a green door? I'm not sure. And wow, I just love the views too, very beautiful. Looks like we gotta go this way. Dash on down. Beat up whatever we can too. If we can get some experience out of this, like is there any way to get experience without defeating enemies? I guess not. Well then hopefully we find some soon because we're like 1 enemy away from another level up. Okay, all right, take care of these guys. And the music picks up, we start beating dudes up here. Now we can also hold R2 and get like some like special move, but you can see it sort of uses up that meter on the top left, so. But be careful with all that. We can hookshot this guy over here, and we take him out to get ourselves a level up. And there is an altar right here. Very, very helpful.
Felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Hooray! So we can equip or upgrade some stuff. It looks like most of it is upgraded for us here in this trial, but what can we do then? We got the perfect strike, attack immediately when the previous attack hits to land a perfect strike, bonus damage, and double combo bonus. Okay, let's try that.
Missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like it was at a reunion.
Hooray! So I'm guessing we can have like some kind of cool double hit now? Not really sure how that works. We got something else down here as well. It's just so cool to adventure all this. There's a lot to see and a lot to find. I can't wait to see if there's any environments where there is other people.
So it hadn't saved its owner.
Oh no, that's sort of risky. Let's equip it here, because why not? I mean, we have the ability to. Oh no, it actually leveled up one that we already had. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see other environments, maybe environments where there are actually people actively about, seeing that kind of stuff, seeing the impacts our story has on the world around us also sounds like something that could be really darn awesome. Let's hookshot this guy over here, wait. Boom, gotcha. And then we'll like warp over here to get some space, but keep beating you up. Oh, but it's really fun to be able to dodge moves like that too, and whoa.
Warlocks, the way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Really dangerous, effective weapons.
Indeed they are. All right, then let's jump over here. Whoa, and start tearing them up. Hold on, where are they? He's over here. There you go. That is awesome. So, which way are we going? Oh, spooky gravestones. Rest in peace. All right, what's going on over here? Oh geez, it's getting very spooky. Can we go through here then?
He'll run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
Huh. All right, let's stick the sword in. And this is beautiful. Oh, do we have 2 ways to go now? I don't know what this is. What's that purple door? We don't have any level ups for now, but what is this? Wrong sword. So I don't have the right sword for this one. That's the deal here. So it looks like we can get some bonus stuff if we have certain equipment. So we better be getting our levels up, our gems, a lot of gems. All right, take care of you guys then. Get you on out of here. Ooh, okay then, you got a good kick in there. All right, and jump over here, and then finally, boom, use that hook shot combo.
There had to be something useful in these things, didn't there?
I think so. See, like the narrator has some cool moments, but I do feel like sometimes it does overstay its welcome and talks a little bit too much. You know, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Ooh, oh look, we found him.
Dirty and bloody, Reynardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Reynardo recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows. And that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
So this is where things can get risky. Of course, we could go and capture Zenobia, but this could mean ourselves and many other people could get hurt. This could mean more waging war than more ceasing war, which wouldn't be good in my opinion, but then we have a big old weapon. And sort of the same thing applies here. I can't move it for some reason. But with getting the weapon, I'm not really sure, because at the same time, it's like we could also possibly cause more people to get hurt with the weapon, but it might also scare people off, a scare tactic. Since it won't let me choose that one, like it's not letting me move my controller, not sure if it's glitched right now, but we will try to call on Zenobia.
Just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Reynardo's best friend in sword fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew, but she'd never told him who she really was. She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
Oh my, and there we go. Thanks for playing Stories, The Path of Destinies. This was a short glimpse of the stories. I think that was really cool. I'm really pumped to play Stories sometime in 2016 on both PlayStation 4 and eventually Steam. I'm not sure if they're releasing at the same time, but I definitely want to do a playthrough on this. Hope you guys liked the little look at it here. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, share it with your friends and family, and of course, comment in the comment section below. You can find a link in the description to learn more about Stories if you would want to check that out. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.